Welcome back to another video of Fortnite. So it's been 3 days since Chapter 2 Season 4 came out, and there's always been one thing I've been good at, and that is hiding. So in this video, I'm going to try to camp in order to get a win, and I'm good at camping. So, I just want to do, as you can tell, I have a star on the mini-map. I just want to get my quest out of the way, and also these spots out of the way before I start camping. Because I am really good at camping. I did a video just on me camping in Chapter 3, Season 4, however that didn't really go well because I got unlucky with the circle. Anyway, let's check out their loot, get my quest done, get into circle, and find some place to hide. So the problem with camping is that if you want to get a high kill game, you can't really get a high kill game. Also, you're probably not going to have like the best rarity of loot. And yeah, that's like the only like penalty of camping. It's really good at helping you stay alive and making sure you like stay to late game to, you know, get the XP, get your sweet XP. And what's this? Hello, you AI. You are like this. You are the worst AI I've ever. You're the worst AI I've seen so far in this game. But yeah, camping ensures that you stay alive longer, so that you know you could just you know get like top 2, top 3 more easily, and you don't have to risk like dying earlier, so you have a higher chance of just getting a win overall. Because if no one can see you, no one can shoot you. So an important thing to do while camping is to always make sure that while you stay hidden, you always have a spot planned for the next. You always have a plan for the next circle which you think of while you're waiting. Because the storm's about to close right now, and I couldn't even get my first camping spot. But the thing is, since I was just chilling near the edge of storm while circle is about to close and is quite far, no one was gonna be there to shoot me in the first place. So yeah, I was kind of avoiding enemies while I was in my spot there. Now if we can kind of just stall here on the edge of circle, we can also avoid enemies that may be fighting in front of us, which you can see the shots in my visual audio. But you still want to make sure we don't take like storm damage, because storm damage bad, or like too much storm damage, because we are going to take some storm damage here. So yeah, kind of just want to try to scout out your next hiding spot, and you also want to avoid enemies like the ones over there and the ones over there. I can't tell what the enemies are, but you also definitely want to avoid aimbotters and lifeless people like that. And you see this bridge? Well, bridges are by far the best spot for camping, and it's because of this. This strat I've been using for since Chapter 3, and it has never failed me a single time. Although it is most optimal to use stone instead of wood. But yeah, this strat never fails me, has never failed me once, and has always worked. So yeah, it's in the circle, and we can easily rotate over to this bridge next, which we can hide under next, because yeah, doing the bridge strat, there's a good amount of bridges around the map that you can do this strat with, and it works so well. Now it's later circles where we get more inland, which is where we're gonna have a hard time camping. But yeah, with the early circles, if you want to just hide, you can always hide under these bridges, and it should work. It works majority. It has never failed me, and yeah, it just should work majority of the time. only problem with this one is that the it's there's like a slope here going up. I was able to just jump on top of this floor here, which proves that like because of that steep slope, this isn't like entirely the best hidden. But there's also like them like choosing to ignore or shoot down the floors in the first place, which also is another aspect after they find the stone floors, and they could just be like, oh hey, this is here for no reason. If you want to like, I wouldn't recommend like building stone. Oh, those are footsteps. I wouldn't recommend building stones out like to the other parts as well, because that just like wastes materials, and this is good enough. Like this dude is just swimming past us here. Just worked that well, but now the problem is we have a guy right in front of us for when we try to rotate into circle, and that's not good. Players are not good here. We do not like other people. Yeah, they're right over there. So we're gonna wanna just try to go in the opposite direction they're going. They're going left, we're going right here, because we want to avoid as many enemies as possible, because any one of them could be a sweat that could annihilate us. And we also want to head towards our next bridge location, or if there are no bridges at circle, your next hiding spot. You also want to make sure there's no one like currently under the bridge or like attacking you. Like you want to make sure like you are completely out of the enemy's line of sight when you set the thing up. Like this is a good bridge because like it is high up, no one's really gonna look up here. So want to build a floor here. Want to build a floor here now. And we that got edited off. Okay. Okay, we actually want to connect this then to the wall, so now we can shoot it off without the thing being destroyed. And you want to use a silenced weapon. And I fell off again. This is, you know, you want to try not to fall off. That is not optimal in the slightest. So yeah, we have the silenced AR in the game right now. So using a silenced will make it less obvious that you're up here and that anyone is under the bridge, in fact. Because it's a less loud gun. So now we just camp here to the next circle. Now this circle has no bridges, so we're going to want to improvise when there are no bridges down. And we're probably going to want to hide more like ceilings or more in defensive positions where we see enemy on visual audio, we twin bag them in the face or havoc shotgun them. Or maybe shotgun them if you're using that. Just make sure if you're camping, you should definitely have a shotgun and SMG, because someone shoots you down, you just shotgun them, then SMG them to the face. Because you do have the jump on them, since they just shot you down. Their gun is more unloaded compared to your fully reloaded guns. Unless you're like being extra careful, which I doubt they will since you're camping. And I doubt they even expect an enemy. Anyway, yeah, the bridge shot only works on build mode. Most of camping only works on build mode, because you need like to build to get to certain places. And to like build certain structures like this. So the thing is, cars can help protect you from enemies and move you around faster, but they are loud, so keep that in mind while using cars. It's a trade-off between speed for enemies being able to spot you. Also, you can also take a katana, because katanas can help you like get to like high places faster or like retreat when you're being shot at. Don't know why they edited a door there. I don't really know who does door edits anymore. You also want to avoid like named locations because lots of people will go to a named location, which means lots of people will spot you. So you kind of want to go to like the place where the least amount of people will be, so the least amount of people will spot you. So you kind of want to like, yeah, stay away from big like structures and go more near small structures. You don't want to avoid like the small structures because they'll pretty much be like your best spots to hide at. Also, don't just hide at the edge of circle because there could be people trying to rotate into circle. Unless it's like the first circle and you're on the edge of the map, there's probably not going to be someone behind you. So we're going to want to go to Lonely Labs here because it is on the outskirts of circle. And most people, and it's also barely in this island here is barely in circle. There's also an NPC over there, so what we're gonna want to do is go here, go over here. We want to build a metal wall here. Close this door, reopen it, close this door, and we want to get on top of this door. And now we hide here. So the windows can't see us. If someone decides to open that door, we can easily hear them on the visual audio. And if someone tries to break that metal floor there, we can also hear them on the and see them. So yeah, camping is. You can also like get into a defensive position where if someone just gets into your range of sight, you can just jump them quite easily. I just think I have a quest to fuel a vehicle with gas. I don't even have any quests. Also, make sure you're paying attention to circle at all times, or else that will happen. So as you can tell here, by staying at the edge of circle while camping, we can tell that no one is behind us. Which means we pretty much have all of this Lonely Labs island to ourselves. So now we can pretty much hide behind a rock without anyone coming over to us, because there's no reason to come over to us because we're outside of circle. And while staying here, there will be no enemies to fight. So you like, even if you're not like directly hiding in the hiding spot, if you're like lingering in the place that will never have enemies, and that will just, be like vacant for a while until storm closes, then you're still fine, you're still avoiding enemies. So if there's a named location in like the smaller circle, just make sure you like stay away from the named location, because that's normally where like the sweat is, and the sweat has made their land. You kind of want to hide a bit more like a mountainy place, because you can like hide under cliffs and stuff. Also, make sure you like plan a retreat plan in advance, and watch out for structures like this, like intimidating structures. Although I'm going right to this intimidating structure, I can confirm that there are no enemies here because I can run. And guess what? There are no enemies here. Yeah, if you see an enemy, like, the thing is, you could just go on top of the mountain, and that's an NPC. That's now shooting at me. You could kind of go on top of the mountain to scout where your next hiding spot could be. And if there's an enemy there, you can just katana away. If you don't have a katana, don't do it in the first place, because you're probably not going to be able to retreat. Stay away from question marks, because question marks mean a NPC might have aggro for you. And so right now, storm's about to close. Let's set up a code over here and just hide here, because someone shoots the cone, we have warning, and if someone comes in front of us, we have warning, and we're making ourselves as the least visible as we could be compared to like that big structure on the mountain. There is not much signifying that we are here, and they also have to like see us and see that there's like an enemy onto the behind the cone in order to shoot us. So there's also that. But yeah, there's no like genuine hiding spots that can like hide you anymore in this circle. So we're gonna have to resort to means like this for the most part. You also have to be careful not to run into any enemies while running to circles. So by doing that, just like try to stay like if you have mobility like the katana, try to like stay on like the edges of mountains and be ready to like dash off if you get shot at or if you see an enemy in front. Also make sure you are keeping your bats high for when you actually need to fight someone. Also, like always, avoid build battles so that, you know, they don't find you out. Okay. You can also get on top of a mountain like this with your katana. Then you can kind of just camp up here when you have nothing else to do. And like, no spots to hide. For example, this. Because if you just stay here, if you don't try to peek, then no one will try to like snipe you back, or someone might try to charge you in your place, but no one will try to like just spam your walls, because then you can easily just build your walls back, and they're also peeking and allowing themselves to be attacked in case they actually try to, you know, try to destroy your walls. So just stay in like a box like this will always help you, and you can always just on high ground, and you can always just watch out if any enemies are trying to challenge your high ground and try to charge up. And if you do, if you're not good at the game, you could just katana off and run and try to get the other two people to fight. If it's top 2 and you have high ground, you probably the best choice is to knock them down, and if you can't, just try to fight them to the best of your ability. Because we're in top 4 right now, and we have not been involved in a single non-NPC combat here. We did get shot at while in the air, but we managed to escape them successfully. There was one person that walked right past us, and we have been managing to keep a low profile here. We kind of just want build battles like this to play out, so they waste their materials, and you know there's one less player alive to challenge you. So so if you're like running low on materials, just try to like conserve them as much as you can while also keeping your thing as like fortified as you can. Like this isn't that fortified, but it's the best I can do. Also make sure you like keep in mind every enemy's location so you can like have better knowledge when you're rotating into circle, because I'm definitely gonna have to leave my builds here and katana over. So let's katana over here now, and now I have high ground. Now I can kind of like see where everyone is as well, and I can calculate what place is the next to go to. Up, that was not a good move. But let's go right over here. This is the best place to go to, because it's behind the edge of the mountain here. So none of them really see me until I go over here, which every second unspotted matters. Looks like no one has claimed this high ground. And Storm is acting rather slow now, so we can kind of just let them fight it out. None of them really want to challenge me. And that's because they're mostly involved in each other. Since I'm not getting near them and not like playing aggressive, they have no reason to really attack me rather than just let me camp while other enemies are attacking them. Yeah, we're just gonna, even though they are kind of moving towards me, I'm just gonna leave them be. I'm letting them take the territory because I have no interest in them. This dude tried to charge me, and this is where we dash over here, knock them down, build here, and we drink some slap to heal. Top 3 now. And yeah, now we have no choice but to fight. You can always just camp in these boxes here. Also, having visual audio is always nice because it can always tell you where certain enemies are. Really? Like, I can tell if there was an enemy above me before, and I can also tell that I can't win this fight because there's an enemy above me and a big shotgun, and also the stupid katana always likes to swing do the attack 2 times in a row on controller for some damn reason.